Hey everybody, it's that Martin guy, and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. I don't know much about YouTube, so this is going to be interesting. However, I do know quite a bit about video games, and Space Engineers is one of my favorite video games. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and see what we can make of this. So all these scenarios here allow you to do different things. I honestly don't really know. I don't really deal with those. I just come over here to the custom games and scroll down the SAR system so I can have my... It's like an open world sort of a thing. Just kind of do whatever you're going to do. Do season 01 there. Oops. I'm going to do survival, offline. I'm going to turn autosave off because there have been times where I've been mining with the ship or something and I've just completely wrecked that thing. And then it decides to autosave and I'm left without my ship. So it's pretty annoying. I'd rather not have those issues going on. I like to load and not lose all my stuff. So character's inventory size is pretty obvious. It's just how much your character can carry. I'm going to go ahead and leave that where it is because I think that's one of the coolest things about this game is you can build ships that are going to carry your resources for you and make it easier to haul things back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that. I'm going to leave all where this stuff is as well. The block limits I will turn off because I do not like to be restricted with my building. I want to build whatever the hell I want, and that allows you to do it to a certain degree, but I just don't want to have to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and enable in-game scripts because there are a few scripts that I like to use, makes things easier. I'm going to enable wolves and spiders because why not? That shit's fun. And I'm going to disable the progression. I'm just not a fan of the progression system in this game, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Mods. So there are a few mods that I've worked with. I don't think I've actually used this one yet, but as far as I think it just allows you to place down lockers, and then you can change your outfits and things in there. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. The nanobot build system is pretty cool. So like if you have an unfinished block that you placed, it will basically just automatically go and weld it for you, which will save me a lot of time. But I'm probably not going to use that at first, but I will have it for later. And the ore detector plus it's a must because the vanilla ore detectors they just don't get the job done. It's like 50 meters range for the small one and like 150 I think for the large one, maybe 200. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it here. Alright, so here's the menu. These are all the different places you could drop. So you could drop on Earth, Mars, alien planet, all these different things here. Or I guess you could just do a space pod or a space suit, but I always do Earth-like. That's just where I like to drop. So all you got to do is come down here and click respawn, and it'll throw you in somewhere. Okay, all right. I like this. I like being around the snow, especially at first, because you need the hydrogen to fill your jetpack, and then also later on when you start going into space, you're gonna need it to fill the hydrogen tanks on your ship and whatnot. It'll be a lot easier if it's right next to my base. So we're going to go ahead and float on down here. You can go from first person to third person through V. And the fucking ship's rolling over. That's nice. Okay, well, yeah, there you fucking have it. I could fix that, at least, pretty easily, so that's good. Get into your seat here. Especially with wolves enabled, it's important. Inventory is I. It'll give you your rifle. And you get a few rounds to start up with as well. And I believe if you read this, it's just going to give you some coordinates to a station. I think you can go like do some trading and like pick up some missions and stuff, but I'm not going to worry about that stuff right now. I just want to get myself set up here. So, if you come around here, your starting little drop pod here is equipped with an ore detector. You have your O2H2 generator here, which is where you have your oxygen bottle, your hydrogen bottle, and a spare reserve of ice here. I'm going to go ahead and put this hydrogen bottle on me right away. So this is your survival kit. This is where you're going to produce things to begin with in order to start building your base. So you're going to need ingots in order to make all of these different components, and the way to get ingots is you need to feed it with stone. We also have a battery here with some pretty decent charge on it. Also, if you get into your cockpit, at the bottom right hand side of the screen, you can see I've got 8 hours a battery life here, so that is more than enough to get starter base set up for me. So where exactly do I want to put it? I'd really like to have them somewhere flat, but I don't really want it to be too far from where my survival kit is right now either. So I'll probably put it over here somewhere. I don't know. I'll work with it. I'll probably put it like right over here. So with that, and you gotta be careful when you just go whizzing into your fucking ship, or else that'll happen. Luckily though, my stuff is right over here. All I need to take is this stuff though. You always spawn with actually I think there's a setting for this. I leave it on, but you spawn with your tools. So I just need to come pick up that shit and get going here. So I'm just gonna start feeding this thing stone. Start drilling into the ground. You kind of have to crouch if you're looking at it, or if you're standing right on top of it. So this is the real grind of the game. Once you start getting mining ships and things going for you, this gets a lot quicker. Or even when you just get a refinery going, you can go find ores instead of just collecting the stone. Makes things a lot more handy. All right, so I've got an inventory full of stone here. Stop crouching, please. Go into here. So I'm gonna put my stone in the survival kit. So it's not doing anything yet because I have to set it up to produce ingots. So shift is 100, control is 10, and then control plus shift is 1,000. So we're gonna need quite a bit. So I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Probably don't need that much, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep mining up some stone here until I can get some components made, and we'll start getting some things set up. All right, everybody, we are back, and I've gathered up a bunch of stone here. I have gotten a bunch of that refined into here. So I got some gravel, some iron, some nickel, and some silicone. So these are still in queue because I do not have this finished up yet. But I'm going to start making some steel plates so I can start forming up my small little starter base here. So I'm going to go ahead and make, let's go with 15. Just start with 15 plates for now. So that's going to take 100 iron. See, your iron is going to go fast. But also, I've noticed here that this unknown signal has popped up. So I'm going to go over and fly and check that out. As far as I know, it usually just gives you stuff. I could get like a few resources maybe, and I guess you have like a chance of getting some sort of like a paint for your drill or your welder or whatever, or maybe a new piece of clothing. So we're going to go check that out real quick while those steel plates are being made and see what we get. Alright, so hop into its inventory. Ooh, we got an enhanced grinder. That's actually pretty good. I'll use that. And, ooh, some space bucks. 5 space bucks. We're rich, boys. Alright. Alright, so now there's a little button panel on here somewhere that you have to get to. Oh, shit! There. It's rolling away. There we go. Oh, no, didn't get nothing this time, but... Oh, okay, we did get some. Rainbow suit. Fantastic. Just what I wanted. Alright. So I'm going to fly back over to my ship now. I'm going to start making the form of the base here. We need to get power up. That's my first priority, is getting a wind turbine up. And we're going to need to generate power for the base. Just about everything you do, like anything production-wise, is going to require power. And also, when you connect your ships and things like that, you don't need to charge your ships. So getting power up is important. So the way we do that is we take these steel plates. So now that I have those in my inventory, I can click 4 on my hotbar here. They set you up with all the basic building supplies that you're going to need at first on your hotbar to start with, so you don't have to mess with any of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing out a little platform, kind of something like this. Should be pretty good to begin with. And then I'm going to start making a tower upwards. 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I'm at about 6, I believe. So about 6 high. You want to do around 10 or so. You want your wind turbines are what we're going to use to generate power. And you want those to be about 10 blocks high for optimal performance. So we're going to go ahead and get these. I made an extra one, but whatever. We'll need it for something. So now, that. There we go. That ought to work. And so now, the wind turbine is on number 7 in my hotbar, but it's not letting me place it. And that's because I don't have any interior plates. You need interior plates to place this item. So, like, you have to have the first item and its required resources in in order to be able to place it. So I'm going to make an interior plate real quick. There we go. Oh, you got to come over here to inventory to grab it. So now I can place it. And so one of the coolest things that I think about this game is so you pull out your welder, and it tells you on the side here what all you need for it. But if you're like me and you can't remember that, just go ahead and right-click it, and you have it added to the build planner there. So if you come in here to G, you can view your build planner, and it tells you exactly what you need for it. But if you go into your inventory, you click this little gear here, gear with the box, it's automatically going to put into production everything that I need in order to finish that. And then all I have to do is click the middle mouse button on it. It'll tell me what I don't have, and it'll give me what I do have. I can start welding it right into it. So while that is working on all of those, I will grab some of this extra stone that I have lying around, because we are definitely going to need more resources than this. And start banging out some more ingots. So now, yeah, so the ingots are taking priority. I'm going to put those back behind these so that my construction materials have a higher priority. And then the next thing that we're going to want to do, because I have an extra steel plate on me, is I'm going to place down the basic refinery. So the basic refinery is going to refine things definitely quicker than that survival kit, and also I think it's more efficient. So it's going to give you more resources, and also you can we can go find some ore nodes and actually put straight up ores into the refinery rather than just stone, and that's going to give us a better yield and a better yield also. So what are we going to need for that, actually? It's pretty expensive. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. It's just pretty heavy on the steel plates. Shouldn't be too bad, honestly. Let's go see where we're at over here. Don't have all the stuff yet. Oh, yeah. This thing's just really slow. It's a pain. Alright, so we've about got this thing going. And I guess in the meantime, I will start drilling up some ice. And I will get my O2H2 generator filled so I have some extra ice going on. I don't want to dig it right in front of my base because that'll look ugly. So I'm gonna come over here. Start drilling some of this up. Oh, by the way, if you hold F, it should automatically pick up almost all of the things that you drill. I might miss a few here and there, but it should pick up most of it. So, got 669 now, so that should be fine for a little while. Oh, over here, do a H2 generator, put my ice in there on top of that one. And so now my bottle's only at 70% because I've been flying around. So I'll go ahead and throw it in there, and it refills it, and throw it back in my inventory. Oh, and also, I need to come back into here and adjust my toolbar because now I don't have my grinder anymore. So I can come into my character tools, but now I have this one. Set it down into there, so it's gonna help me grind a little bit faster. So yeah, say I didn't like this block that I placed here, I could just grind it away, and you get 100% resources back that you put into something if you grind it, and it's not damaged anyways. Except for I think it's batteries. I think if you place down a battery, it's not going to give you the power cells back. So, other than that, I'm pretty sure everything else is 100%. All this stuff should be done by now, and now we will have some power. I love the welding in this game. I think it's really cool. Like, there's those games where, like, yeah, you throw a log onto something and it starts to build or whatever, but I feel like actually going up and welding something, even though it's like there's not an animation or anything, you're just kind of sitting there with a blowtorch, but I don't know, I still think it's pretty cool. So is that on my build planner? No, it's not. Oh, and notice how my build planner is cleared now because I pulled every resource that I needed for that, so it's no longer in the build planner. So I will add this to the build planner and see what all I'm going to need. So, what is it? I think is it control, middle mouse button? No, it's not. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. But there's a way you can put these products into production without coming in here. I'll have to figure out what that is. Okay, so it's going to need 900. Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely need to go get some more iron here. And, Alright, when I get this thing built, I will come back and we can go find some ores. Alright, everybody, we're back here, and I have everything that I need to build that refinery, so we're going to go ahead and get that going. However, I was looking down in my bottom left corner here, and I noticed that my O2 was almost completely depleted, and I didn't even pay any attention that my I'm in an O2 low environment at the moment, meaning there's oxygen, but not enough to sustain human life, I guess. So I was actually dropping, my O2 bar is actually dropping, and I didn't even notice until I almost died, so it's great. And then that energy bar is my suit's energy. Using your tools and also living in a warm or cold environment will drain your suit charge faster. So you need to sit in your seat, which is what I prefer to do, and your bar will actually go up. So that's another reason why the electrical power in my ship is so important. But also on the survival kit, if you come up here, it's in a pretty bad angle the way it parked. But there's this panel on the side. You can hold F on that as well, and it'll also recharge your energy and restore your health. And it's also a respawn point, the survival kit is. So there we go. There's that. I'm going to go ahead and pull everything I need from there to build up this refinery. So there's, if you see that bar up towards the top of my progress bar for this refinery, it says functional and hack. So I believe that's like a multiplayer thing, or if you're dealing with the space pirates and you're trying to break into their stuff, you have to degrade it down to that line or further, and then rebuild it past that line, and it'll allow you to access other people's or the space pirates' goods, whatever's in their block. So now that we have the refinery up, it looks a lot like the survival kit, except you don't have to put the ingots into production. It already knows what it's doing. It's refining whatever you put into it into its ingots. So that is awesome. And also, we don't have to deal with this crappy stone anymore. We can go and find ore deposits, which will give us exactly what we need and a lot more efficiently. So I don't have the survival kit yet. I mean the assembler, which I actually need to go into here and place that down. So let's grab one of those. Alright. So the assembler is number 5. And if you see this door on the back here, so that's the conveyor. There's conveyors in this game to where things from one machine can flow into another. And it's kind of like a production line sort of a thing. So I need to find out where the door is on this thing. And it is right there. So you want these doors to connect with each other. And that will allow resources to flow from here into here. So I'm going to place that there. And, yep, build planner is clear. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my build planner. And also, I figured out how you put items from your build planner into production through here. It's shift, middle mouse button. And there you go. So it's going to start producing everything I need. And also, we're going to go check this out while it's here. And then we're going to go look for some more deposits and see what we can find. So, see if I could spot any on the way there. Another reason why I like the snow so much is it's really easy to spot the ore deposits. So, I'm going to see if I can't find anything on the way over there. I don't see anything yet. But I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for here in a bit. Oh, is it on the other side of the mountain? Or it's on the mountain. Oh, god damn it. It's going to be rolling down. Okay, you stop. Stop, please. There. Okay. Wasn't quick enough. Oh, no. Alright. Alright, 25 interior plates, not too bad. Where is your button panel? I'm gonna have to break you apart. Actually, that's not bad anyways. You get some steel plates from just breaking this thing apart. It's free stuff. Gotta find that button panel. Probably on the bottom here. Oh, I just grinded it off. Whoops. It was right there, hidden in between those two blocks. Well, what are you gonna do? Not a big deal. I'm not too concerned about that stuff anyways. Okay, so you see that down there? See that kind of, see how the snow is different colored? It's almost like a goldish color. Maybe like a tannish sort of a thing. These are ore deposits. So if you pull out your drill, we got iron underneath us. So I'm actually going to mark this. Ooh, that's not even very deep iron. That's only 12 meters deep. That's pretty good. So I'm going to come into my inventory and come over to GPS. And I'm going to create a new one for my current position. And I'm going to name it iron. I have caps on. If I could type. Awesome. So now, we have iron. Wait, where the hell is it? Hold up. Yeah, what is the issue here? Wait, why is it all the way down there? What did I do? I must have hit something completely different. Alright, let me come at this again. So I'm gonna delete this one. There it is. Add a new from current position. Oh, I hit new, not from current position. Alright, there we go. So that's me, Sploose Flamage. So iron. And there we go. So now I'll always know where iron is, and I could shut that off with, what is it? Yeah, it's H. H kind of switches the stuff on your HUD around. So I'll always have that here, and let's figure out what else we got around here. So I'm seeing iron. Iron's great. It's probably the resource you are going to use the most. Everything requires so much iron. Oh, and there's cobalt. I'm gonna need that for engines and stuff when I start building ships. So I am actually just going to come into here and just kind of rename it with a slash cobalt. Because I know both of those are in the area, which is tremendous. Cobalt's usually really deep too, so I'm really surprised that it's only 20 meters deep. I've seen it so deep at times that you can't even detect it with your drill running on the surface. You have to dig around for it. I'm going to see what else I can find around here. Ooh, nickel. Yep, nickel is going to be important too. So, again, come into here. And nickel. Alright, so I only ever see 3 ores in a cluster like that. So I'm not going to worry about looking for any more. I still need to find silicone. And other than that, I'm pretty good. There's magnesium, which you need to make bullets and stuff. I'm not too worried about that. So usually you find that with silicone anyways. So we'll go ahead and look for more deposits. Down here looks like a pretty good place to look. Not seeing anything yet. I think this is some right here. Yep, this is some a little hard to tell, but in the sunlight. But here we go. We got some silicone here. So go into here. New from current position this time. There we go. Silicon. And like I said, you'll usually find magnesium with the silicon. And I see nickel with it a lot also. But we already have... there it is, magnesium. Alright. So that is all I'm concerned about. So we have found all of our main ores. I think that's how you spell it. Yeah, looks like it. So I'm going to come back over here and grab some iron and shove it into my refinery and see what we can get out of it. Alright, so here's my iron I found. If you hold right mouse button, you will just drill without collecting anything, and you drill quite a bit faster that way. Just to get myself down here. L to turn on the lights on my helmet. And this red stuff is what we're after. That's the iron. We're going to grab up a bunch of this. Alright, I'm about full here, and I will meet you back at base. Alright, here we are back at base. I've got all this iron, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here. So, it was a bitch and a half to get all that iron that I needed to make this thing through that survival kit. So, this is going to make things much better. Look at that. That is so much. Remember, it took 900 iron to build this thing, and I had to shovel out all this stone, and run it back to my survival kit in order to get all that going. When, yeah, I've already got almost half of that, and I'm not even done refining this yet. I've also got some excess stone I'm going to throw in there. And now the only downside is until I get this finished, I have to haul all these ingots over to my survival kit by hand to continue crafting things, but it's not all too bad. So I made out with 710 iron just from that little run. So it's not so bad. I'll take that. I'm going to go grab some more resources for the rest of the video, and I will see you guys back here in a bit to get this thing finished, all built up, nice and pretty. Alright, everybody, here we are. I went ahead and got some silicone and some nickel while I was out. Got some iron, and got even more, because you can't have too much iron. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And meanwhile, my things over here should be ready to collect. Build planner's empty. That's right. Alright, come over here. Do that real quick. Grab all my stuff. Fantastic. Oh, looks like there's about to be a storm. So I do have weather turned on, which I haven't really messed with at all, so we're going to go ahead and deal with that together, alright? See what happens. Get this built up, and then that means build it up all the way there. Alright, so with my assembler and my refinery up, production of components is no longer a concern. I can do that all here at my base. I do not need my ship for that at all. So that is great. Just come over here to production tab, just like you did over there, and you actually get a few extra things that you can make. You can make the power cells, the medical components, radio communications components. I think that's new. I didn't think you could do that over there, but yeah, so you get a few extra things you can make, and then when you make the advanced assembler, or I think it's just a regular assembler, you can make even more things. So it's awesome. So what I want to do now is my goal is just to become independent from my ship entirely. So like this survival kit is my only way to respawn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind this out of my ship completely. Alright. Oh fuck, I forgot to take my stuff out of there. I'll come get that later. But I don't have anywhere to spawn right now, so definitely don't want to die. I am going to need... It's not on my hotbar. My hotbar, my bad. I have to come in here and go to survival kit. And I shouldn't need to place another one of those, so I'm just going to replace it with that. And there we go. So this is a large block compared to the small block that was on my ship. So I did not get everything that I need to build the large block version. So still need a few more steel plates. I will shift middle mouse button. My assembler will begin producing at a much faster rate than the survival kit, thank goodness. So come and do that. There we go. There's everything. Well, so I put the screen outwards here because it's going to be like the same thing on my ship. I can come up to the screen and recharge my health and my suit power, which I desperately need. So let's go ahead and do that. There you go. My health goes up slowly, and so does my power. And I now have a respawn point. I'm pretty sure if you have like multiple survival kits down, it spawns you at the one you are closest to. I think. So there's that. I'm not really sure what the storms do. I think I read something that if like in a thunderstorm, it could like strike your stuff and break it. But I'm not 100% on that. So I'm gonna grab up this stuff that I left here. And that looks to be all of it. I'm just going to come and throw it in here. So your production blocks have two different inventories. So what they take, as in ores for the refinery, and then what they produce at the bottom. So this produces ingots. So you can't put, let's say a component. You can't put a component in there. You can only put ingots in there. So... And it's the same thing. If you shift click, it'll only shift 100, and then control is 10. And if you do both of those, it'll do 1,000. Or you could just, I think if you double click, it'll do all of them. That gravel in there, yeah. Put all that in there. You can come into here and get into all the different containers that are on your ship or your station. So now I can go into my assembler, and it takes ingots, right, at top. And then spits out components. And this is how you can tell the conveyor system is working, because I'm not inside. I'm in my basic refinery right now, and I'm able to move things into my assembler. Yeah, I can't do anything with that yet. So that's that. So the next thing I want to do to become 100% completely independent from my ship is build an O2H2 generator. So my base is over here. I didn't really build this out far enough. I'll just put it right here, I guess. O2. There it is. Shouldn't need another survival kit, and I need a steel plate. Go into here. That. So to rotate your what do you want to call it? Like a ghost image, I guess. It is delete, end, page down, page up, home, and insert. Um, they all follow like a certain axis for when you're trying to rotate it, but I don't really know. I just fiddle around with it until I get it the way I want it. So I'm gonna add it. Build planner is clear. Add it, and shift middle mouse button. Oh, got a wolf. So I need to go into here and go to character weapons and add this to my hotbar. And yeah, they're not all too dangerous. I guess maybe when there's a pack of them there are. I didn't see all those guys. So I'm not going to waste any more ammo on that one. But they do drop you components sometimes. Alright. Or I guess not. Didn't get lucky this time. But anyways, that put a dent in my ammo reserve, so I probably will have to go get some of that magnesium so I can keep fending these guys off. Let's see, can I grab all this stuff yet? Close. Go ahead and start welding this up here. Oh, I completely forgot too. I could just come over here. No, I actually remember to grab my Yep. I actually remembered to grab my items out of here this time, so my ice. And I will grind this out and just recycle some of its resources. Fantastic. Oh shit. And there we go. So now, whoops. I got some ice in there, and I can refill my bottles here. Fantastic. I no longer need this ship. However, next video, I think I will be turning it into a basic mining vessel. So, stay tuned for that. Anyways, I think that's about all I'm going to cover here in this first episode. And if there's anything that you liked, you didn't like, please leave it in the comments below, because I am new to this. I've never done anything like this before, and I could use all the advice I can get from you guys. So yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to see some more content. And thanks you guys a bunch. Have a good one.